now. And I did this video, and anytime I watch it, I get motivated because I am proud of myself. I want to say a big thank you to God for how far He's brought PRESEC. Please clap for yourself. I can never do Boys Lives Matter without not starting with one of the biggest boys schools in Ghana. Please clap for yourself again. Years ago, in a small community in the mirror, and I said that, God, I want to meet Abeiku Santana one day. Fast forward, I started supporting rapper Sarkodie, and then through that, we had an affiliation. He wanted to surprise Sarkodie at the studio, and so they were looking for lookalikes. We are actually the pioneers of the lookalikes. Abeiku called me, and then he introduced me to Sarkodie. Fast forward, I told Abeiku I want to start blogging. He said, yo, I so much believe in you. Please, let's clap for Mr. Abeiku Santana. And I'm sure in his head right now, he's so proud of me. Ladies and gentlemen, my father is here and the whole world to have a feel of what I do. If it's not because of this man, I wouldn't be helping these communities because he raised me as a boy. Growing up as a child, I don't have any problem with empowering girls because we need to empower a society. We need to build everybody. But my problem as a young boy growing up was that I felt anger because I thought that it wasn't balanced. Why will you build one gender and leave the other gender? And so anger, all the boys, when you go for break time, will be, so why are they calling the girls and all that? But guess what? They'll say teenage pregnancy, and so they will give funding to provide for the girls and educate them. The problem will come to zero because the girl child will be empowered and leave the boy, and guess what? Who is going to impregnate the girl child? It's always on the engagement day that you will hear your uncles advising the men. You're going to marry, make sure you don't hurt your wife. Do this, do this. A man who was left heartbroken, unattended to grow up to marry a girl who is groomed. And guess what? I was on Joy News and I made a powerful statement that went viral. I said we are building a generation of heartless men because we left the boys behind. And so if you are home and you see your dad beating your mom, it is not his fault. The way he was brought up. Ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be a lot to talk about today. Before I continue, I want to invite one of the guys that...
Compassion and understanding for every boy who dares to speak, to feel, and to heal. It is not because they do not feel. It is because nobody wants to hear them. When boys are small, they are told to act strong, to act brave. So they grow up pretending they are okay even when they are not. But rivers overflow when it rains too much. Even metal becomes weak when it rains on it for too long. There are fathers who rise before dawn to build comfort for others, and they return home with emptiness in their chest. There are men who try to build comfort for others, trying to hold the world together with tired hands, yet branded useless. Nobody cares about them. The world forgets that a man's tears are salt too. His face wears smiles even when his heart bruises. He's praised when he provides, forgotten when he falls, forgetting that he stands in the fire and nobody dares to ask, how are you doing? In this generation, there are so many boys who have been raised with heartless thoughts, and they fill their minds with so many intentions that even when they step out to meet the clean-hearted, they feel they are outcasts. But this is not a protest. It is a healing. It is the awakening of voices that have slept too long. Let this deep thinking piece be that truth. Let it remind the world that boys' lives matter too. Let us reach it all out to everyone, strong and brave, old and young, that we are the world, we are the people, and we are here to build a better future. Thank you.
And Jesus works. And so please, if you are a boy here and you are going through something, make sure you are able to sit down on your desk, your dormitory, shed tears. It is normal for a boy to cry. Let's break the code of Bemensu. Let's break the code of your 200 Bema, but maybe flat way. We need to change that narrative. Because you're going to grow up to become men, and that we need to build you guys right from this beginning. Let me say this. Some of you know what to tree, right? And more baby no more honor. They be an insulto. Insulto na papa no ade umbrella and I say contomre. Abuano, abon the contomre akako hata. Insulto no the contomre habana kata ne yere ene manaso. Now guess what? They will ask the mom, where is daddy? Where is daddy? Daddy is always not around. Now so papa no. Daddy is not always around. Forgetting that it was the man holding the umbrella, the backbone of the family. But we don't respect his inputs. Just because he's not physically present doesn't mean that he's not there. But we also need to change that narrative so that we as growing boys can be there as men. And I'm glad that I invited women here. Because you also have a responsibility to tell your boy child and your girl child that daddy is the one holding the umbrella. So it took some mind awakening to come to love my dad extra more, because when I grew up, I noticed that even though daddy wasn't there to take us to the playground, daddy was there, just that he was the one holding the umbrella. And what I'm saying, all of you here, I'm saying it from that perspective because I was once like you, and I am a man. All of you here. There's more to come. Ladies and gentlemen, respectfully, I want to invite
Ria. These are the two requirements you need to qualify before you can be convicted of a crime. That is the action and the intent. Intention is your mind to do something. It's not enough until you take an action. So before a judge will convict you of a crime, you want to find out whether that crime was premeditated, it was planned, and action was taken. And they'll look at the consequential effect of your action and give you a summary punishment. I'm so happy, I'm excited, and indeed it's a great honor to be here to stand before the brilliant that. Because PRESEC is one of the most. You should be proud of your parents and be proud of yourself. I college secondary school 31 years ago. I completed my secondary school in 1994. So it's 31 years ago. And I was asking myself, did we get the opportunity of, revered people in society coming to school to talk to us? It was scripture union and the normal assembly engagement and, academic work, but not to build our social life, moral life, and so on. So let's appreciate Kobe once again. I failed my chemistry and I had weak pass in my physics, and I had weak pass in my biology. So in my sixth form, I couldn't pursue pure science. But I passed the arts subject, which is, geography, the fighting, days with the oral English and so on and so forth. So sixth form, I had to do economics as first unknown subject and government. But why did I do science, or why did I choose to do science? Today I'm here as a social science, public speaker, broadcast journalist, tourism marketing expert. Who advised me to do science for 5 years in secondary school? I listened to my dad, because my dad was in the sciences and he said I should do science. So I did science. But science people are very weird people. They just want to know you. I want to know the students. You don't look like a student. Are you a student? Okay. I want to see the student. Yes. Hi. SKK. What's your name? What's your full name?
Sedem Kwame Klugo.
Sedem Kwame Klugo. Okay, Sedem. Who are you?
I'm a student of PRESEC Boys.
Don't worry, don't feel nervous. Samuel Ahiake. Sammy.
Become a lawyer.
Okay, let's clap for him. So his vision is to become a lawyer in future. May it come to pass. Say amen. Amen. How are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name? Harrison, who are you?
I'm a student of PRESEC Boys School. Offering Gerard, wanting to become a lawyer.
Okay, thank you. You've also done well. Right. So we are going to get more lawyers in future from PRESEC. Now this is one of the most easiest questions that we normally ask, but it's not the institution you are attending, it's not the course that you are studying or what you want to become. Who are you? If you ask me, who am I? I'll tell you that I am an ambitious person, desirous person. I'm a go-getter. I am someone who has always and consistently challenged myself regardless of the challenges and the difficulties that I found myself. Because in my upbringing, when I failed my O-level sciences, I redefined myself and discovered myself that I am a talkative and I can make a career from talking. So I discovered myself and I developed myself because I knew who I am. That is why when my father said I should pursue science, I realized that science was not my thing. I was not made for science. I was made to talk. I was made to speak. Therefore, I need to define something that will be in line with what my spirit tells me. So I am a talkative. I talk for living, and I make sure that I learn, I study, so that whatever that I say makes profound sense and wisdom. And that's why you are clapping for me. So I will not say that I'm the Deputy Chief Executive Officer of Ghana Tourism Authority in charge of you become. That is you. And you only know this when you have discovered yourself. So maybe you are doing science because you got good grades and they offered you science. But wait a minute. The challenge or the difficulty with this vision that you want to pursue is the support, the resources, the enabling things that will help you to achieve it. If you don't come from a good home and a supportive family, it gets to a point you are not able to continue after senior high school. You are not able to continue to university. though you had good grades, you can't pursue the science, and now you have to think of what next am I going to do. Now you are going to define yourself. Right, so, by the way, I have something that I want to share with you, so I prepared. I'm following almost every event, posting, what every blogger is doing. But he decided, so it starts with you and what you want to do. And I believe and I pray that by the time I finish, I have just 20 more minutes to go. Oh, God will give us. So, the Bible says that iron sharpens iron. In Proverbs, you'll be better than us. As Kobe said, I introduced Kobe Che to Sarkodia for the first time. And I remember when he was a student at the University of Education, I was invited to speak to the student like this. And he saw the flyer. And he said, Kapo, are you coming to our school? I said, yes. Before I realized, he was in my room, my hotel room. He came, polished my shoe for me. So, polish till you shine. The man has been living this mantra a long time. He polished my shoe for me when he was in senior high school. If you guys saw a video in 2021, met Charles Niyama today called Shatawale. And his first work, his first studio work, was produced on the Sprinters with first commercial work with him from day one. So, who you are will determine how far. Are you confident? Are you courageous? Are you ambitious? There's a young man who approached me. I've been here for more than almost 2 hours before we started the program. The young man who approached me, please come. You had an interesting story and an interesting approach. So I decided to use him as a case. So I saw this guy knocking the window of my car, and my driver asked him, hello. He said, I want to talk to him. Then my driver said, this guy said he want to talk to you. I said, what is it about? So he said he want to talk to you. I said, oh, about what? Okay, tell him to give me 5 minutes because I was sending a message. So after I sent the message, I asked him to come. Now tell me, when you approached me, what you told me. That is going to form the basis of my presentation. Forget about the slide. I'll use him to give you.
My name is Ousu Tabiri, and I am a screenwriter. I have a great vision that one day I will be a great person. So I approached our deputy CEO here, explaining to him that I've written one of the test scripts. Let me say that is, according to me, that's the belief that I have. So I went to him and spoke to him that I want to get connected to one of the great actors that wants to build a film studio in Ghana. So I have a dream that I am pushing, that one day I will be able to achieve it. So that's the reason why I came to.
And who is that film person you want to be?
That's Mr. Idris Elba, and I have other role models that I look up to. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone.
All right. Thank you. So you can take your seat. And it depends on 3 things I call ask. Where A is attitude, S is skills, and the K is knowledge. A attitude is equal to 60%. S, the skills, is equal to 25%. And K, the knowledge, is only 15%. It doesn't matter if you study further your education to the highest last pinnacle of learning. It is only 15% to success or greatness. It doesn't matter how good you are, whether you're a poet or you're a musician, you're an artist, you're a writer, you're a painter, you're a footballer, you're a cyclist, you're a fashionista. It doesn't matter the skill that you have. it gives you only 25%. So when you put the 25% of skills and even the 15% of attitude knowledge together, it gives you 40%. You still don't meet the pass mark of becoming success. That is why there are a lot of great people. They have skills. It could be a footballer, so talented footballer, but when attitude is wrong, you will never get there. So what is attitude? Attitude is how people see you. People get confused with behavior. Behavior is not the same as attitude. Attitude is perception, how people see you. Are you a trustworthy? You don't tell people that you are trustworthy. Your trustworthiness is determined by how others have related to you. So as students in school today, how you relate to each other will determine whether in future, when your colleague becomes a president, a minister, or an ambassador, he will remember that in school you were a great guy, you were a good guy, and he will offer you an opportunity. Intro. The guy is a pathological liar. He can create, frame, and tell story for you to believe that is true. And he earned the accolade shame and trouble. 34 years ago. Years gone past. Shame and trouble comes to me at OKFM one day. Says, Charlie, bro, what's up? Charlie, I did listen to you every day. Charlie, you've done so well for yourself. Charlie, bro, I beg you. You know, since Poppy died, things can't make hard give me. Charlie, I get 2 kids. Wait, Charlie, my job. So right now, I know they are. I go there Eastern region where I take care of Poppy in Cocoa Farm. I beg, you will sort me or something today. Charlie, things. I remember back in the days. Shame intro. The guy hasn't changed. I gave him a little dough, and you know he came back again. So that attitude that I have known on the campus of Ghana National College, the guy hasn't changed. So how you relate to each other, your peers, your mates here on campus will determine in future if one of your colleagues rises to a position and want to offer any help to you, he will reflect back in your days. So make sure you get the attitude right. So whether you have the skills and knowledge, you can be brilliant. You can be as good as anything, but if your attitude is wrong, you won't go far. A bad attitude is like a flat tire. When you get a flat tire, you can decide to run on it. You can decide to drive on it. But it won't take you far. You have to fix it. If you don't change it, it won't take you far. So look within yourself. What do people say about you? How do people see you? Are you arrogant? Are you too self-centered? Are you always condemning people? Are you the only right-thinking person? You don't seem to appreciate anybody. It's always you and you and you and you. Let me tell you, there are people, when they see such attitude of you, they won't give you any feedback. But they've advised themselves. So you need to fix your attitude. Fast success. Many are confused about masculinity between aggression and humility. There's a story of this guy who went to secondary school, and when he got back home, he felt like Charlie. He's walking and he's talking actually. Hey, no, just one time, and Charlie, one change. The way they walk have changed. Because he attends PRESEC and you attend New Dropping Circuit. He doesn't respect you. Hey bro, you complete the PRESEC. After PRESEC, that is what is important. It's not just the school that you attend. Some of you are here because you are students of PRESEC. You don't want to even respect students of, but it will surprise you. Great leaders who are emerging in this country and where they are coming from. It is the purpose of God that will be established. So please, and followers, but they don't have a purpose. So define yourself. We are boys with ambition, but no direction. Next. So confidence is key as you're growing up. I was rejected by my family because I decided to follow the dictates of my heart. They called me a failure because I didn't pursue the science. My father would always insult me. Instead of you to rewrite your failed papers, you say this is what you want to do. He called me a failure. The ones you have here, it's good to have that big ambition, but break them into smaller goals. And it is only the purpose of God that will establish your thoughts and vision. God bless you. Please clap for me. Being short but dangerous. Thank you. And after you follow,
big surprises. I don't know how to crack jokes. So while I'm speaking, if I say anything funny, please laugh. Kobe, thank you.
Thank you.
So how many people here are in year 1 or 100? I think that's what they call it, right? Okay, fantastic. I was in uni, I think about 2019? 2009? Yeah, that's it. Many years ago. I'm a pharmacist by profession. So at least I'm qualified a bit to speak here. And I'm an entrepreneur. Well, what does that mean? But let me start from here. So I had the opportunity of growing up with two fathers. Now let me explain. My mother was divorced, so I have a stepdad. I lived with my stepdad from when I was a kid up until I was about 15 years. Then I moved to London to live with my father. So I've seen two marriages and two fathers and how they operate. In the rich dad, poor dad concept, you would have said that my father abroad was the rich dad, and then the one in Ghana, my stepfather, was the poor dad. So anytime, I went to any of these fathers with a problem, and they say, Kofi J, it was money. And then there was a day I came out of my grandma's house. As I came out, I looked left, and this was my uncle with a bunch of friends. And then he said, this is my little boy, I have to take care of him. So he reached out from his pocket, Kofi J. So Kofi J from our fathers and the men in our family was always in relation to money. And then when we turned to the mothers on both sides, Kofi J was always care, meal, or some sort of emotional availability from our mothers and from the women in our lives. Today you are in university. I tell you, life hasn't started yet. But I wanna, usually I would wanna teach you some things about how to make money, especially at university level, and then as you get yourself into the next stage, it becomes a better skill that you can utilize. But Kobe wants me to do something else, so let's do it. SHS, right. Sorry, I'm not very conversant with the Ghanaian system as much, but I'll try. SHS, right. Now, can we still make money where we are? At your level as students, can you still make money? I spoke with an entrepreneur, Tim, on my podcast, who started his first business at 14. I started my first business at 16. I was doing computer repair services in London. I created flyers, and then I would post this in people's homes, and they'll store flats that, hey, I can fix your computer. And whenever they had problems, they called me. At 17, I was already making about £800 a month to take care of my siblings back in Ghana. So it is possible. At this stage, there's something you need to focus on. your friendship circle, take care of your ego, masturbation, pornography, all these things, you need to take care of it. Otherwise, when you get into the real world, it will affect you. If you don't do that today, and you think, I'm still too young, you don't actually have the time. I say people don't get it. Time flies very quickly. Yesterday it was Christmas. Christmas is coming back again. So one of the biggest things you really need to concern yourself with is the type of people you hang around with, the sort of conversations that they are having. Is it always about other young girls? Is it always about boys? What conversation are they having? Is that the type of person you want to be? So I usually say, when the person is going to become, you can tell from their teenage age. You see how much of a zeal they have, how much passion they have towards their own individual growth. That's how you know if a person is going to become. So when you are picking friends and you are picking the people you want to share knowledge and share your time with, it has to be number one. This person, is he going to help me get the grades that I want? Is he going to help me become the doctor that I want to become the pharmacist, whatever it is that you want to become? This person, if they can't be that person that will push you to that place, don't spend too much time with them, because you're just going to waste away. There are some people who have come here, they came from a very good family. Their parents, they have money, there's money at home. Unfortunately, apart from the fact that daddy lived the off, you want to make friends, choose who you want to be friends with. Because there are some conversations, some people have been privy to it from home before they came to school. So if you don't align properly, you're getting yourself into trouble. Now the next thing is the ego of man. As men, we have ego. I'm pretty sure everybody has it. But unfortunately, it's just so appeared that for men, almost everyone can see it. It's something you have to control. If you don't control it, you can't learn much. You can't sit here and think you know it all. Even to the workplace and when you get out into the real world. You have to accept that you don't know it all, because that is where growth happens. Growth happens when you accept that you don't know everything. And when people are speaking, be very attentive and listen. You have 2 ears and you have 1 mouth. I think you've heard this before at some places, but if you really do practice it, it goes a long way. I have a young man here. So my team in Ghana, in regards to the podcast, there's about 9 people. The average age of these 9 people, it's about 20 years or 21. I'm 35. And I'll tell you how I go to work with them. I would get a message. Hi, Mr. Derek. I want to do something to help with your business. Can I get the opportunity, please? And that's how I employed all of them. They came in, did some work for me, and then I realized that no, this person has actually got the skill to push the business. And the ideas they spell out, I couldn't think of those things. So you are not too young, you are not too small. There is a skill that you have that you can nurture. That somebody more senior than you is looking for that skill. And I say that any organization that doesn't utilize the power of the youth is a lost organization. Even in government, it's a lost organization. Well, I don't have much time, so I'd like to say thank you so much. My name is Derek Abeiku.